If you desire your transformational coaching offer to be attracting your soulmate clients in such a way that they sign up to work with you right away, this is for you. If you are ready to stop all the analysis and adjusting your strategy, looking for a new blueprint or framework for your process, and are just tired of analyzing your copywriting, your marketing, and all the things that you are doing to try and fix your transformational offer, this is for you. The first thing I want to share with you in the 3-step process is to take the emotion out of it. Of course, it's discouraging when you put together this amazing offer and you're excited to share it, and maybe you share it through a video or through a post or email or article on your website, and you are sure it's going to be the one that just flies off the shelf. And when it doesn't, it's normal to be a little bit disappointed, of course. You put your heart and soul into this, and when it doesn't have the response that you had hoped, it's normal to feel a little discouraged and disappointed. When you can take that emotion out and look at it more objectively, and with the right guide to be able to zoom out and zoom up and to see yourself through quantum eyes. And what that means is to see through this story of your offer not selling, and to really look at yourself in a very different perspective, even to looking at what is this pattern of your offer not selling and perhaps experiencing up and down sales. What is that pattern coming? Where is it coming from? Not what. Where is that pattern coming from? Because often this is built in through a survival mechanism, a protection mechanism. And so it's being guided to explore the root of that, and in that to see what that specific core defining moment that created this survival mechanism, how that led to the development of your gifts and shaped your unique personality and gave you extrasensory perception in a very specific area and led you on a very specific path to study a certain, degrees and follow certain educational pursuits and engage in certain creative pursuits and follow a specific trajectory as far as relationships and activities and jobs and experiences. And when you start to put that all together, then you can start to see how your specific journey and everything you went through and all the things that you learned along the way, you can start to see how that is what has equipped you to lead your soulmate client on her transformational journey to her desired results. And so what starts to shift here is that then you see you don't need someone else's process for transformation or someone else's formula or blueprint, because you start to see it comes from you. And you are the only one for whom your soulmate client can guide. The second step then is to take yourself a little bit outside of yourself and really consider, and again, this helps to have some guidance in this, what are all the ways that you are wearing a scripted mask? So you might think that you're showing up and sharing your message and you're being vulnerable, but there's still a part of you, and this is why it's helpful to have guidance, that is hidden behind that mask. And so you might think there are certain things you can't talk about, or you have to show up a certain way, or there are a certain, sort of guidelines for what's acceptable and what's not. And so there's still a part of you that's holding back, and a part of you that is, those hidden traits that are behind the mask are the traits that will allow you to succeed effortlessly. And those are the traits that are magnetic to your soulmate client. So when you have guidance in removing that scripted mask and allowing yourself to go deeper than you've ever gone, to be more vulnerable than you've ever been, to be bolder in your messaging than you've ever been, that's when you stand out from the crowd. That's when you no longer get scrolled over. And that's when your offer no longer has crickets. Instead, it has your soulmate client signing up ready to work with you. And then the third step then is to, from that deep place of knowing where you came from knowing who you are here to serve, knowing how you are meant to serve them, and to what specific outcome, to be able to write to them from a place of inspired intuition. So it's almost letting the writing come through you, knowing this is exactly what your soulmate client needs to hear. This is the exact offer that she desires and requires at this point in her journey, and that you are the only person that can deliver that. And when you take those 3 steps and put them together, then you have an amazing transformational offer. Of course, there's some other elements that go into this, which I guide my clients on, as far as what is the right value to attach to that offer, what is the type of energy and time that you are going to give your clients as far as access to you, what is the length of time that it is required for your client to get that transformation. All of those things, of course, are parts of it, but the most important parts are seeing yourself through quantum vision, taking off that scripted mask, and then writing from inspired intuition to your soulmate client. When you do this, what has happened both for me and my clients is you are able to share one video, this happened to one of my clients, and have multiple people reach out to work with you, and immediately have a person jump on the phone and hire you. And the same thing with me. I've had that happen multiple times and in multiple different ways. So it's not just videos. It's happened when I sent a casual email to a colleague who responded, got on a call, and was almost selling herself to me into my program. So that is the power of really going deep, not only into who you're here to serve, but into who you are and how you are the only one who can serve your soulmate client in the way that she requires. And to be able to speak to that in your messages, in your offer, in your videos, in your post, because your offer is threaded through all of your story. So even if you are sharing a post about part of your journey, you can still be sharing your offer without having to be selling. Many of the clients I've worked with and many of the posts and videos that I've shared didn't have a specific call to action, but they had embedded in there how I could help them in such a way that clients reached out to me, same thing, got on the call and hired me on the call. So that is the power of really going deep into this and really speaking from what I call inspired intuition, but it's really speaking from a place of purpose and a place of your bigger mission and what you're here to do. So when you add all of that, of course, no matter what you put out, your soulmate client sees it, is magnetized to it, wants to get on a call with you, and wants to hire you. So if you would like to explore what that looks like for you and really refine and design your transformational offer specifically for your soulmate client from your unique gifts and skills and path, and to be able to speak to it, to articulate it, to convey it in such a way that she is lining up, ready to hire you immediately, I will put a post, a comment below where you can reach out and book a call with me, and we can have a conversation about what that looks like for you. There are 2 ways to work with me. I have a 60-day program where we go really deep into this, and the focus is on refining all the different aspects, not only of your process, but your messaging, how you work, who you work with, and why. And in that, the focus is on really increasing your sales in such a way that it becomes natural to you to receive sales regularly. The other way to work with me is sort of a jump start program where if you want to do a business growth audit and sales alchemy, where we go in and see what's going on with your sales and your offer, why isn't it converting, put together a plan for how to change that, and then you're on your own to implement. Of course, you're always welcome to come back and get support on the implementation and go into my 60-day program if that would be a good fit for you at that time as well. So there's multiple ways, 2 ways to work with me. So if those are something that are speaking to you and you would really like to not only be selling more, but to be facilitating the transformation that you are here to facilitate for the clients that you are here to serve, then book a call with me and let's have a conversation. Talk to you soon.